is a personal story of mine about how to get organized and consistent in running the business and building the business. And each time I tell this story, my friends are surprised because they often feel like, for them, I'm an example of guy who's so well self-organized and has this drive to achieve things that they are surprised when I admit I had to work on this as well. But they think this is good news. It means we can train it. For sure, I wasn't like this that way. I wasn't that way, or I wasn't built that way, organized that way in the early days of building my career, not only running lead-along technical translations, but later also other businesses in the exterior management system as probably the biggest business I was running so far, and executed fairly well. You probably heard about the big exit we made toward the private equity firm from Los Angeles. So a big thing, selling technology business. But when I was building my businesses, I said, I need to train this mindset because the goal was far away. We want to build a business, we want to succeed, and maybe we want to exit one day, but it's so far away on the horizon. And we need to kind of learn to build the strategy and step by step work towards this goal. And on this journey, of course, we struggle a lot. Sometimes we fail. Well, many times probably I failed. Not probably, for sure I failed many times. And I had to wake up, get up, and move forward. And I was thinking, how can I train this type of strength that will help me go through this and take it naturally, maybe even find joy in this. And I really think like finding joy in managing business is a big term. This is why I started coaching about executive excellence, and maybe you heard about my executive excellence program. This is for the CEOs, business founders, owners, senior level executives, to help them find joy in their work, because they have created businesses with some expectations, with some vision, but they are so kind of covered with work and working too much, overstressed, always anxious, and they kind of lose joy in all of this. Not to mention they also lose the personal life and business life balance in this. So this is what I'm helping people to achieve now with coaching. But I was willing to get to this as well. And I thought, I watched a lot of films or documentaries about Ironman triathlon. And I always admired these people who were waking up in the morning, doing so much of a training for a longer period of time, like a year, and then competing in a pretty strong, exhausting course, which is 3.8 kilometers swimming. Then immediately you would jump on a bike, you 180 kilometers on the bike, and then you need to ride the marathon immediately after the bike. You start running for over 42 kilometers. So this is a very long effort. And I was admiring people who were doing this. So I thought, this kind of reminds me how building the business looks like. Because it takes so much time to adapt your body to this type of effort and then successfully compete in Ironman triathlon, that this is like building a business where you need to train every day, build every day, hopefully with some plan, so that at the end you can cross your finish line, whatever it is for you, stepping down and transitioning to like other CEOs, or maybe going through family succession, or maybe selling your business, or maybe just remaining as an investor in your own business with having the board formed by other senior directors. Whatever that finish line is for you, that's pretty far away, typically. So I enrolled for Ironman club, triathlon club, and I took a coach, and it was the first coach I ever had. And it was fascinating how we were building the plan after we have defined the goal. So we started, okay, when is the next race, what distance I want to go for. It was not full Ironman distance at once. It was first 1/8, then a quarter, then half, then full distance. So we divided the goal into smaller steps that will lead us to the final goal. And we, basically my coach, planned not only the training sessions, but also the diet for me so that I could gradually grow myself to these results. And how hard it was for me to stay on track with all these trainings and follow the guidelines. Because so many times I was negotiating with myself, should I wake up today? Or maybe today I can have this free day and not train today. Maybe I can do it tomorrow. Or maybe if I don't do it in the morning, I can maybe find some time in the afternoon or later in the evening, which rarely happened. So I was negotiating with myself a lot. And I really felt like without the coach, I will not do it because I negotiate with myself too much. I can advance so much faster if someone pushes me. If there is this famous expression that I love hearing during the training, if you cannot make it, you can just stop right now. And then I know I can do 2 more push-ups or 2 more repetitions of whatever exercise. If I hear like, if you cannot make it, you can stop. Of course, I can make it. So being pushed by someone who can take more out of you, who can help you generate more energy that you can put into the effort which is required, that's amazing. And also planning the sessions together so that they make the most sense in terms of how we achieve results. That's another big step. Because it's not always training super hard that generates the biggest results. Because you also need to go through different types of trainings, have some time to rebuild the muscle and so on. So it requires a good plan, and coaches help to achieve this. But then being there to confirm I did this training and mark it in green, or not being able to do it and it visualizes to my coaches in red that I didn't do it. This is a big thing because I could see their calendar with my trainings in red and in green. And I wanted to feel good about what they see. So for sure I was benefiting from this accountability partner that I had. And I was trying to tick everything in green. And I was doing the trainings. And this is exactly what I do today, how we work with other entrepreneurs, CEOs, C-level executives. First, let's clarify the question, the goal, the outcome, the challenge. What are you working for? What is that you want to solve, that you want to contribute to, you want to build, you want to achieve? What is your goal, or what is the question that you want to answer? What is the struggle that you work on? So that we have a good clarity on this. It's amazing, by the way, how many times the first description is not the most precise one. The more we dig in to this topic, we kind of reformulate. And when we realize at the end what we have found out is pretty far from what was being named at the beginning. But then it's really about pushing. What are the ideas that you might develop to go there, to reach this goal, to achieve this goal, to solve this struggle, answer to it in the most efficient way? What are different ways that we can imagine, that we can apply to realize all of that? And let's pick the one that seems the best, and let's go for it. And it's pushing people to action and then holding them accountable. And when I see what they can achieve by taking well brainstormed actions and really putting a lot of energy into this, because they hold themselves accountable, or I hold them accountable, that's amazing to see the changes, the progress, the success that they generate. And this is what I wish to you at the end of this module today, about focus, taking action, and generating the maximum energy. Keep going and don't stop. Bye bye.